because we have our phones, we have our laptops, we have our computer, we don't know, we are not making adequate use of those facilities. Our aim is to just call, to test, to browse. Some people believe that's it. It's not beyond that. With your laptop, with your phone, you can be in the corner of your home and be taking millions of naira. That's why we have a lot of youth looking for jobs here and there. You will agree with me that at the end of today's lecture, you too are going to be an employer of your own. You will not need to look for job again. Before we continue, let me tender our apology for starting a little bit behind schedule. It is due to the fact that you know the terrain of Lagos, traffic here and there. Some of our people, they are still coming. They have been calling, they have been in the traffic, some for the past 1 hour, 30 minutes. But by the grace of God, the program will start. As they come in, they will join us in the program. Before we continue, we would like to commit everything we want to do here today to the hand of the Almighty. I will need a volunteer to give us an opening prayer. Thank you, sir.
Praise our God, Jesus. Now we are going to pray. Let us pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, Father, we thank you for this day, O Lord. We thank you for the opportunity like this, O Lord. We thank you for the knowledge we are going to acquire today, O Lord. We thank you for the good day, good bright day which you are giving to us. Father, we thank you, may your name be glorified forever in Jesus' name. Father, Almighty God, as we proceed this study, O Lord, this ICT, which is essential to human existence. Father, open our brain, open our mind, so that we will comprehend what we are going to see today in the name of Jesus. Father, at the end of the day, O Lord, the organizers of this program, O Lord, you will reward them in the name of Jesus. Father, we will make them great in the name of Jesus. You will make their business expand more and more in the name of Jesus. Father, we'll bring more people here. There will be more patronage. There will be more upliftment. There will be more favor in the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you, Lord. We glorify your name to Lord. We say your name be glorified forever. In Jesus' name, and people say, amen.
Thank you very much, sir. We pray to God Almighty to accept the prayer as our daddy has just rendered it to us. Amen. Yes, without wasting much of our time, we are going straight into the business of the day. That is the purpose of our coming here, and that's to listen to the seminar on job opportunities in ICT for the youth. The program is packaged by Icitify Solution. Icitify Solution is a registered business in Nigeria by CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission. They have been in this business for more than 2 decades. They have been in the business of ICT, web design, coding, programming, and what's have you. So I want to congratulate you, or you should congratulate yourself for finding your time to be here today. Because at the end of the program today, your life will not remain the same. Join me in welcoming our facilitator for today. And the person is a well-known man. He is the assistant webmaster of the University of Ibadan, UI. Join me in welcoming Mr. Abdulaziz Adeloko. You are welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, we thank God for making today a reality. I am so honored to be in our midst today. My name is Adeloko Abdulaziz, Assistant Chief Webmaster in University of Ibadan, and I'm the CEO of Icitify Solutions Limited. Icitify Solutions Limited was given birth to as a result of the teeming challenges and the opportunities which we have identified in the field of IT. And with the current boom, especially since 2020, when we had COVID, it has made the world of IT even more interesting. It is so interesting that you can sit at the comfort of your home and work with any company anywhere in the world. I was in a bus one day about a month ago and was telling the woman beside me, this is what we do. Now it's possible for you to sit down in Nigeria and work for a company in Canada. The woman was like, oh, is it possible? It's quite possible. And these are some of those things which, at the end of this seminar, we are going to open our eyes to, and we all look at it, how we want to start the journey. We're in the era of cyber world, and one of those challenges is the issue of security. So before we proceed, I would like to give us a security tip, which I want all of us to do now. There has been a current trend in the way people commit fraud with our SIM. Just last week, someone told me a friend was, the account was empty, 1.6 million. Don't work with that counted simply because they had access to the SIM. Now, what is the problem? And of recent, we started that campaign that it's because we are not security conscious. Whenever you are in the cyber world, and that's one aspect of IT that is hot take, cyber security. Because if you are online, you are using SIM, you are using that. If you don't know some of those security tips, those people that are a bit ahead of you can easily swindle you. This phone now, this is not important to those guys. But even if your phone is so expensive, once you lose it, most of the time they are not interested in the phone. What are they interested in? The SIM. Because the SIM card is so small, but it contains a lot of information about you. Now, who issues the SIM card? The mobile operators. Airtel, Glo, MTN, and who else? Etisalat. This SIM that we all have will have a default PIN for MTN. Who knows the default PIN of MTN? Anybody? No. Is there anybody that is with SIM PIN on its own. You have that when you switch on your phone, it will require the same pay for and YouTube. One network. MTN. How did you change it? The code. 833-00-182. You press that and send to me. Well, okay, let me just guide you. If you are using MTN on your phone, because it is important, it's one area we are currently campaigning so that the little money we have in our account will not be empty as a result of you using your phone. So if you are using MTN on your phone, just go to the settings. I want us to do it. We are doing it. If you are an MTN user, go to your phone, under the settings, search for SIM lock. SIM lock. Whichever user you have, just search your phone and look at it. Can you locate SIM lock on your phone? Because there are some phones that are not using SIM lock. I know on Redmi, they are using Redmi. You will not see SIM lock there. Are you using Redmi? So check your phone. I want you to be secure at least before you leave there. Don't make your thing. Just search and ensure that you have somewhere. This type you have. Go to security there. Yes. Lock safe. This is MTN. Okay? So you will see something like this. The MTN will show something like this. You can see that because this pin is a default pin setting, you will see that it's not activated. So meaning that if anybody gets hold of this thing, can do anything with it because it has not been protected. Yes. Setting. So what you now go under SIM lock. Okay, this is setting. Okay. Okay. So click on this button. So it will tell you give a default pin for MTN users. 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click OK. You see that the lock is activated. So the lock will be activated, and then you cannot click on change pin. So if you just ask you the default, that is 0, 5 zeros, put the 5 zeros. Okay, then the new pin. So the pin you want to use, put it from 4 digits to 8 digits, between 4 and 8. Unless you are not using MTN, you are not using MTN. Are you using Redmi? It should be under security. Either it is, if you can't search, go to security and location. You must get it there. Except the phone is not having that facility. So phone that's not having, so you are going to put it twice. Okay, so put it again. So if you forget your PIN, now you change it. Anytime you start that system, it's going to give you that. So you start your phone. Security settings. Yes, similar. What line are you using? MTN. For MTN. So put 5 zeros there. Even if that is the only thing you are picking here, the issue of security is so important. Don't assume what they are saying that we do it at home. No, don't do it at home. Do it now. Except your phone. Yes, okay. Yes. Say, well, okay. That's not everything. Okay. MTN, are you done? MTN, are you done? For those of us using Airtel, yes. For those of us using Airtel, the default pin for Airtel is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the popular default pin. If that is not working, then you can change to 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 ones. Because you have 3 chances. You have 3 chances. If the first one is not working, and the second, the third time you put it, and it's not, your SIM will be blocked. And that's the advantage. So if you have a pin on your SIM and you misplace your phone, the worst that will happen is that SIM is gone. But nobody, by the time they start guessing, and I will advise you don't use your date of birth for your SIM. Don't use 1980, 1990. Use between 5 and 8 digits. So that it's not possible for everybody to guess your name 3 times. So at the 3rd time, the SIM is locked. So and you can go and get that SIM, but you are scared. I don't know if we are getting the message. I think you are okay now. So if anybody picks your phone and your phone is off, and everybody picks it, switch it on, the first thing it will ask is what's the pin? It's quite different from the pin on your phone or the pattern on your phone. Anything you do on the phone, pattern, pin, password, is only protecting that gadget, not the SIM. Whereas the SIM is more important, or which one is more important? The SIM or the phone? The SIM. Because some of us, we get alert, daddy sent you 1 million, it's going to reflect in the SIM. And imagine your friend just pick your phone and then take it with you. In fact, they might not even take your phone. Just remove the SIM and leave your phone. But once you have the SIM lock there, the pin is going to be requested. Make your pin at least 5 digits. I don't use 1980, 1990, 90, no. Mix those numbers, let it be open. But you too don't forget. Because if you forget it, you will as well lock yourself out. And you won't be able to have access to your SIM. Now, if you are using phone with 2 SIMs, don't assume because you've done for one. Because if you have done for one and you switch on the phone, not until the pin is okay, the phone is not going to be loaded. But in actual sense, you have not protected your second SIM. So if anybody still gets hold of the second SIM, can still do anything with that SIM. Even if you say you don't have money, if someone gets your SIM, they can use your SIM to go and borrow money and you'll be indebted. You have not borrowed anything and somebody will start calling you, Ego, And that's all you so that's how terrible and everlasting it will be. So we are done with MTN. For Airtel, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 1, 1, 4 ones. 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the basic, most popular. But if it's not working for you, use 1, 1, 1, 1. 4, 1. And once it is activated, change it to between 5 and 8 digits. And once you are done, you are cool. Are we there? For Flow users, the default pin for Flow, 4 zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's 4. So you do that, you change. And also for Etisalat users. Anybody using Etisalat? You say 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 zeros. So when you get home, ensure daddy's SIM is locked, mommy's SIM is locked. Are we together? Please, that's the first thing when you get to. Because I've tried shaping you out of the you see me, about any post in bed, just take it for it. People will get on because many people are not aware. So please, let's create that awareness so that when the phone is misplaced or somebody is getting hold of any other person's SIM, they will not be able to wipe off all the money in the account. Imagine 1.6 million. This current Nigeria, not is common. So that is one of the takeaway which we are taking away from this seminar. Good or bad? Good or bad? If you enjoy it, say hi. If you don't, say no. The eye is out. Okay. Now the difference of the matter. ICT. What is ICT? We hear ICT. What is the meaning of ICT? Information and communication technology. Technology that increases education and information. Hello. Hello.
Technology.
Statistic is just a way of getting information through the area of technology.
Thank you. Now, as human beings, one critical aspect of our life is the area of communication. Information communication. All of you came here today because of the message that got to you, either through the media, through social media, or through the radio. You had an information. The message has been passed. Are we together? In those days, our fathers will understand when my post was still very active. When you have a brother or a sister outside the country, what do? We bring a long sheet of paper to write. But that will And you go to night post, you go and buy stamp, put stamp there. You go and buy stamp, put it on that letter. If the letter is traveling outside the country, you are paying more. And the letter will take like 2 weeks for that one to get to UK and before coming back. That was an error. But things have started changing. As we are seated here now, you probably have heard about things that are happening in the United States. We heard about things happening in Pakistan. A lot of flood. In fact, 1/3 of that country has been submerged as a result of the climate change, which is affecting the country. Over 1/3 of the country is now in water, flood. How do we get to Pakistan? No. Your devices, phone, they are now medium by which you get information. Are we together? They are now medium by which we communicate. How many of us are not on WhatsApp? Are not on WhatsApp? Mr. Aaron, be on WhatsApp today. Any other person? No. What do we use WhatsApp for? To facilitate communication. You are traveling, you want somebody at home to know you are there, you please send the WhatsApp message, I am at so place. So, because human beings without communication, we are not existing, we are not living. So, we use information a lot to take decisions. Somebody will say, I want to be an engineer. Somebody will say, I want to be a medical doctor. Why? Because of probably you've seen a medical doctor, you've heard about somebody who have done medicine. So we take decisions based on information at our disposal. So that's why the issue of ICT, information and communication technology, that is the medium, the tools by which we improve the way we communicate, the way we pass information across to ourselves. Before now, the tabloid, newspaper, they sell a lot because everybody will go there to go and look at what is happening. Even for football results, you go to the paper stand, you was the score. But today, before the newspaper is out, we already have the information. You know everything just by downloading one app or the other on your phone. For news around the world, you download BBC app and the Zilla app. As the things are happening, once they are uploading those information, you are getting the alert on your phone. Something now is happening. I know something happened, and someone in UK was the first person to call me that something is happening in Lagos. I was so quick. Because when this happened, that concluded onto the internet. The last election of the US, I have somebody in the US, and when we were talking about the election, it was like, are you in the US? I don't need to be in the US, but every bit of what is happening is on the net. You get information on a per second basis. The Ukraine and Russia war, per second, data is information as it is happening. You get it right on the internet. So the technology that's now bringing all these things together to make life easier for us in terms of communication, in terms of the way we spread information among us, is a thing which we don't have choice. You know, there is a difference between, but now it's like you don't have choice. You have to embrace this technology. More importantly, the rate of this technology is now giving rise to a lot of opportunities. And some of these opportunities are what we shall be discussing. The rate of our internet. Internet is the interconnectivity of computers, devices all over the world. Have a computer here, and you want that computer to communicate with another computer in the United States. Once you are connected to the internet, that communication becomes easier. Right? Now, why do we link computers together? In the IT world, there is a field we call networking. What do I call it? Networking. That is a field that handles how do you connect, how do you link computers together. If we have computers in this room now, we can link everything together such that they can communicate. And what's the communication between computers? The sharing of resources. You want to send a video file. You want to send an audio file. You are working on a word processing file, and someone else wants to pick it up to work on it. So these are resources, and that's the concept of networking. So when you now do computers all over the world, we call it the networking wide area network. And a good example is the internet. There are conditions that make you to be on the internet. One of the conditions is you must have people we call ISPs. What do I call them? ISPs. ISPs are internet service providers. Internet service providers. Now, part of these ISPs, we know them. Those mobile operators we've been talking about in Nigeria, we call them ISPs, because they are people that are invested in the internet business. They spend a lot of money, and that's why you are buying data. Or are they giving us data for free? No. You buy data because they have spent a lot of money and they have to put those money. So with your ISPs, they will give you, once you have bought data, they will give you what we call IP address, which connects to the internet. And then once you have the IP, then IP is like a unique address for you, right? And then once you have it, then you can communicate with other devices with different IPs on the network. Are we together? Am I communicating? Now, one aspect of opportunity in the field is networking. You can decide to say that, okay, for me, I want to specialize in the aspect of networking. Those are the people you see, they will go with these at 5 tables, at 6 tables. They'll be able to code. They'll be able, when there is a problem, they'll be able to troubleshoot. This computer not communicating with the others. They will look at it. Is it your internet card? Is it your this? Is it your that? So this is a field in IT. and we have a lot of opportunities there. It has to do with hardware part. So you man, you can decide that this aspect is what I'm interested in IT. And then you start building your career gradually. We have big companies that are specialists in the area. For example, we talk about Cisco. Then you start looking at, okay, how do you configure a Cisco router so that you can route packets to other places? You go deep there. So that's one aspect. With the birth of the internet, it now gives room for you to be able to build websites. Now, when you say a website, for example, Facebook.com, that's a domain name. But when you put Facebook.com, Facebook.com will mean what? A page. That page that is loaded is developed using HTML and CSS and all other things. Are we together? So you can also decide that I want to know how to build a website, how to manage a website. It's an aspect of ICT, which is very, very lucrative. I have been working for University of Ibadan for more than 10 years now. And what I do is as a webmaster. I am the one in charge of the website. I build websites. I manage the website. So it's an area which you can concentrate. What does it take to be a webmaster? Be a web developer. You sit down, learn it, and then you take a career in that field. This is an aspect of software. You know, computer, we have hardware, we have software. I have mentioned networking. Networking is majorly hardware. You have to carry tools, right? You have to be able to create things, attach these to things. But for the software part, you don't need much of hardware knowledge. To build a website, you sit with your computer and you have the good understanding of the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Or you know how to use some of the content management systems available, like WordPress, Joomla, Type3, Drupal, and the list of others. You can sit down and the comfort of your home and build websites, classical websites. And all these you can learn within 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and start doing. Apart from that, that's one aspect. You can also decide that I want to go into software development. What does that entail? People who develop software are people that bring solutions to problems. Okay, there is a school, or you look at our schooling system, look at it that the way they do their things is too analog. Students will come to class, if they want to pay, they pay cash, cashier will write receipt, give them, when they want to collect the report card, teachers will sit down with the report card or over the 100 students and start putting good, bad, and all this. Is that not the way? The software developer will look at the whole system and then will develop a software that will suit, that will remove the problem from their head. And then when you are done, you bring in the software, you do the testing. Is it a good one? Is it robust? Before you know it, then this one will say, I need this software. They said, I need this one. They said, and then you start making money. So software development is also an aspect of ICT that you can specialize on. And that you make good earnings. Most of these things I'm talking about, if you are grounded, the minimum you can start with in a month, if company hire you as a coach worker, is $1,000. Because there's no how, even if you are coming in as a small player or a junior developer, the minimum you can start with is $1,000. Are we together? So the aspect of software development, you have a lot of opportunities that are there that if you are able to tap into it and you are good at it, the issue of I am looking for job, what you have, there is no job in Nigeria, and that's in Nigeria. But the internet has made the world what? A global village. So if there is no job in Nigeria and there is job in US, who says you don't tap into that opportunity? If there is no job in Nigeria and there is job in the United Kingdom, who says they will not give you that job? Provided you have the skill. Please note, a woman is not our friend. So it's not as if somebody will pity you and say, nobody working for me. Let me give you $1,000. Because somebody will work that will give you $1,000. What will happen? They will have known that you can deliver beyond that. I don't know if you get it. For someone to say, I will give you $1,000, it means that you are good. You are good. For if you are not good, a lot of friends have called me, I've just done an interview, and I feel low. I will give you some website. If you are good, you don't even need to call me, go to that website. There is what we call CURIH.com. If you know you are a software developer and you are good, just go to Torrent and fill your biodata there. They will schedule you for test. And if you pass the test, depending on what you choose, if you say you can start work immediately, once you pass the test, you are going to start work immediately. I know a lot of my friends that have attended the test, and some of them came back, that was our first one on the CEO. So, and if you don't pass, there is no shortcut. So all we are telling you is, for you to make a good earnings in IT, you have to be grounded. I have met a lot of youths. We are not madmen. We are not patient. You want to learn this, learn this, learn this, learn this. At the end, you be jack of all trades, master of none. But IT do not require that. What IT requires is proficiency. If it is CSS, you are learning. Learn it well. Google has employed over 5,000 workers on JavaScript alone. I repeat, over 5,000 workers on JavaScript. So it's not how far, but how well. So any of the field which you want to stay in, you have to make sure that you learn properly. And that's one of the reasons why we are going out in big time. Because we have people who are trained, that are working outside the country. We have people that it was company that brought them into US, into Saudi. They are not going there to go, that I want to travel, I what I can travel. What skill you have? If you have this thing, company will be looking for you to bring you in. So the easiest way if you want to jump, the easiest way for you to jump is about what? To have IT skill. That's a shortcut. Because if they are proficient, they are good, they will look for you. You cannot jump up except you want to go and be doing some other things. And for now, since the advent of coronavirus, most of these companies now found that you are in Nigeria. You are working for them remotely. So you are here, they will pay you. Imagine you are collecting like $800 every month. Because if they are to take you to US, the cost of, bringing you in and the tax and some other things is going to be heavy. So they even see that it's even cheaper for them when you are remote workers. And that's a great opportunity for us too. There's no how Nigeria is. If you have $1,000, you will live comfortably. Now imagine you have $2,000 every month. What do you want to eat? Which house you want to live? You'll be able to do that and be able to get some savings. And mind you, this is skill. It's not affecting whatever career you say you want to go and pursue in the university. Because I am an advocate of you very well. But you must be able to know what you need this era of yours. It's not only about certificates. The age you are is quite different from our own ages. We can't survive without certificates, but you can survive without certificates. So if you now combine the two, you now become organ. And we have the opportunity. Even now the housing is on strike, it will not affect you acquiring this system, because most of what we are talking, you can't even get them exactly in the university system. I am in the system. And a lot of us that pass through the system will know that most of what we are doing now, they are those things which you added to yourself. And if you look at those who are in the front of IT development, you will see that most of them are dropped out from the university, not because they are dull. People like the Gates drop out of university, not because no, he had a dream and he went to stay with his dream. And right now, there's nobody that uses computer without paying the gate. Because you have to use one of his products. Either you are using Microsoft Word, you are using Excel, you are using PowerPoint, you are using Power BI. There is a lot of software development solutions which are done. Has tailored some solutions to specific industries. So, and when somebody has solved people's problem, you make money. The same thing with Andrew Daba. The owner of which company is owning? Facebook, Meta, which is the correct one? Meta. He was a young boy when he started Facebook, and it was also a template which he developed when he was in school. And he did not wait to complete his education there before he started Facebook in 2005. Look at what Facebook is today. So he had the opportunity to combine whichever profession you are doing and acquiring these IT skills. Because all of you are children of IT. You are children of IT. So it's not a matter of please, I want to go and do banking and finance. So it's not science. IT is not about science. It's not that it's only meant for science students. No, just put that aside. It's a skill, and everybody is open to acquiring the skill. Support. True. So just don't look at people that are the only people in science. In the university, it might be so that if you don't have 500 level physics and chemistry, but in the world, there the IT skills are available for you to pick up. The person I mentor, my own mentor, in the first degree studied philosophy. So if you want to look at it in the scale of our application, you see that how can somebody do philosophy go into IT? So IT is not a science field, it's not a commercial field, it's not it's a skill that is open for all of you. How many have we talked about now? One, networking. Can someone tell me what networking is about? That's it. Wow, I should got to do. Please encourage her. Second one. I think second one is that. So I can get you a thing. $10. Or anyone who wants to talk. So you can develop something that is okay. Is that it? Talk about software development also. For example, it's developed software like Microsoft Access, Microsoft Power, and the rest. So software like that are used to solve problems. Well, when you want to type a letter or even some of these newspapers company, they use some template from Microsoft Word to make their work easier. And even when for those that for banks or financial institutions deal with data, so whenever they want to do their monthly report, they make use of software like Microsoft Excel to make their work easier. Okay, my friend. Let's talk about the thing already. Networking. So, like networking is the connectivity of two other devices for sharing resources. So like files, audio, videos, and internet services. So talk about web development as building websites, solve solutions and software development as applications that provide solutions. For example, okay, you will talk about any level.
Okay, thank you. Any other addition? Yes.
Actually, you have already forgotten. We started from the Saba school. That is how to secure our gadgets. We talk about the phone, but it's not limited to phone. It's a very wide area because including all these computer systems, you have to secure it.
Thank you.
So it means that we are flowing. Papa, I'm still coming. I'm still coming to Papa. Papa, you want to add?
You mentioned ISP, which is service providers, which provide services to internet users and mobile phones.
Thank you. I think I'm really feel that all of us we are flowing in what we are discussing. The topic is opportunities in ICT. So that at the end of our interaction, we will have looked at it and visualize that okay, I think ICT is also a career which I want to build for, and then we can pick it up from there. We also will tell you what programs we have that are starting and how we pick it up from there. Well, I will not be the only one talking. I'm going to invite Mr. Awe, who is also an IT expert in the field. So he's going to talk about cyber security. I have a remote worker who is to join, but he works overnight. I'm only giving him about 2 hours so that we let me see if they are awake, so that I'm hearing him also. Know that these are some of the things that are really important. So, Mr. Awe, over to you. Please acknowledge him.
Yeah, as Ryan said, I'm IT specialist. Certified local IT professional. And of course, what I'm getting in this particular field. Unfortunately for me, like he said, I did not study computer engineering or computer science at all. Basically, I ventured into this journey through a particular mentor. Through that mentor, I met him, and since then we've been together. He has been my mentor ever since then. And that was far back in 2012, 2014. And since then, I've never regretted jumping into this particular. And like I said, also, I studied chemistry at University. I did masters in also chemistry, industrial chemistry and physical chemistry. So you can imagine how the chemists do computer. And so today, I can say that at least we are tenured. Never spent for always like that. Depend for my family, depend for everybody. I live in Lagos. I'm married to Lagos. Of course, it has always been IT. I'm just telling you this story just for you to understand that no matter what, no matter the field, you can easily observe. It's just going to be a second a plan B. For me, it's a plan A now. But of course, many of us, especially kids and always say that something can fall back to when the first one you are pursuing is not that, and it's limitless. It's limitless. Whatever you really want to focus on, you always do it. And of course, as of today, I want to tell you, as of today, you feel the IT is reward. Anyone who wants to focus on it and know it better, know it best. I can assure you that there are opportunities are waiting to outside to get in all these things. You have limited opportunities that you have whatever thing you want to study or whatever thing you want to do. Web design, web development, software development. Another key important place where people also feed on these days is now cybersecurity. Of course, my dad said something about cybersecurity, which is very key. Security is key in everything we do. Even in Nigeria, we are saying security. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, cybersecurity is not that. We are not really going deeper. We are not investing in that particular thing. Why? Because many of us basically focus more on Boko Haram, bandits, and the likes, and they don't know that there's one unfortunate thing in Nigeria that we don't know. If I need an accurate report on the economic vicinity, right? I need a report about economic vicinity. I can assure you that there is no Nigeria company or Nigerian individual that will give me that report. The person that will give me that accurate report either resides in the US or Germany, and I'm going to pay that person maybe $1,000, $2,000 to get those reports as regards data analysis. I want data of the Kurudu, I want the number of emails, the number of bills, and how did they get those things? Some got it as a result of hacking these government parastatals. Recently, maybe 1 month or 2 months ago, I was reading that Lagos State database has been hacked by some company in the US, and I saw a lot of all their workers. Fortunately, my wife also worked in Lagos State government. Their email address, I saw it live. So it's just for you to understand that security is key, whatever we are doing. People are investing more in this particular thing, especially when it comes to information security. Let's say I discovered recently that, of course, we are the technical aspect. I do more the technical activity than regards cyber security and the like. But I can assure you that there is another thing, information security. It is not really more about the technicality of whatever you do. The only thing you need to do is to understand what it takes to ensure a company is secure. What are those things they need to put in place? What are those things they need to do? What are those things before, during, and after? So not necessarily the technical aspect of all these things. So today I will not be giving us an introduction to cybersecurity from the beginning to the end. Of course, I won't go out. This is not the cybersecurity class. Of course, if you are interested in a particular field, of course, we will discuss more in detail both the technical aspect and the administrative aspect of cybersecurity. So I would just want to give us a bit as regards cybersecurity. Okay, sir. Okay, fine. I will just give us a bit as regards what is really cybersecurity. So this class is going to be an interactive class. Not going to be something I won't be the one talking. Because I'm asking little questions, and don't forget this class. Everything is serious, everything is sensible. So whatever you feel is right, tell me, and everybody is right in my class. You get it. So I will always ask questions and give you my input as regards everything I want to do. So let me tell you back to you. What do you mean by cyber security? Cyber, from the word cyber and the security aspect. I'm sure my boss has said something about cyber security. So I should let me just start from that aspect. What do you mean by cyber security?
Cyber security is about securing our cyber content so that the fraudsters will not have access to it and swindle us.
Yeah, he has said something. He said it's just by securing our cyber. Okay, wow, that's good, that's good. He said it's a way of securing our cyber cafe. Yeah. I think that is one thing that is so paramount to our environment. Cyber cafe. Yeah. Another opinion. Say something. cybersecurity generally deals with securing information and information generally. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, because we are used to cyber cafe in our environment. Yeah. When I was growing up, of course, cyber cafe has been the main thing because we have limited computers at that moment. We have limited internet. So there are few people that have access to the ISP. Someone talk about the ISP, the internet service provider, right? There are few people that have access to those people that give internet. So that was why then cyber cafe was moving. I don't know as of now because I don't remember the last time I went to a cyber cafe to get anything on the internet, basically. So I think that's the main reason. So, but cyber cafe, the cyber itself basically talks about computing. You understand? So, we are talking about a cafe. Cafe is just like a general place where people meet, right? Cafeteria, where you eat, people meet and eat there, right? Coffee cafe, where they drink coffee, where people drink coffee. So, cyber there means the internet, right? So when people browse the internet, it's called cyber cafe. So anywhere we have super computer and we have access to internet, of course we have cyber cafe. So cyber security basically is what? Securing the internet, securing your information, securing the software. We talk about the website the other time, right? I've got experience and I'm sure he's the webmaster of UI. Yeah. Do you understand? The one and only webmaster of UI is the one. When you see it, you are seeing the UI internet, UI website. Basically, if you need anything as regards UI internet or UI website, of course, it's the number one. But there are so many instances where people act UI websites. And it was as a result of what? No security basically. But there is something I want you to realize. Why is cybersecurity business moving at this moment in the world? It's because there is nothing on the internet that's 100% secure. Let's know that. There is nothing on the internet that's 100% secure. However, we have limitations. We have blockage. We have little ways we can secure our things. How do I secure our things? We can secure our data in such a way that we put different gaps, we put different blockage. We can block it for people to enter. By what? For example, a very good example I can always tell you is your password to your email addresses. The password is you are using your email or Gmail. Many of us are using Gmail because of our phones. The password you are using is at the job of to secure your data. That is the simplest meaning I can give a cybersecurity. For now, for us, just for us to keep following, right? So that's the simplest meaning. So how do we mean cybersecurity? What do we mean by cybersecurity? It's a way of protecting our software as a software developer, right? Which means the software company they need me. Are you getting me? In a data science people, they need to protect their own data as a data analyst, data company. So they need me. Do you understand? So in a networking area, you talk about networking, right? So people can sneak into what is happening into a particular data. So which means if you're on your wireless data or when you're on your hotspots, right? I can sneak into it by connecting to it without even you knowing. So when I connect to your network, I can easily see what is happening, everything on your phone. And that is the main reason why you see leaked videos outside. You observe on the internet, you see a leaked video. Maybe porn videos. So people who have porn on their phones, right? Especially of celebrities and that. That is how they get to their phones. Because many of them use their phones are not forward, blah 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 blah. Some will just connect. Once you connect to your network, you can easily see what's happening on your phone. So it copies whatever it feels it needs to copy to take a ransom from that. We'll get there. I don't want to move to collecting ransom basically at this moment. So that is how you see them, especially the celebrities now. You see them, they get videos or something that's very, very powerful to them and pick it up and place it on the internet. Or tell them, I have your video. Pay me so amount. If you don't want me to leak it out. It might not necessarily be porn. It might necessarily be something else, something fishy, or something, a deal that you should not get outside, right? Those are the ways they get it. You understand what I'm saying? So, but at this moment, we are not preaching. There are different type of, all those people that does that are called hackers. So they will now have 3 different type of hackers. First, we have the white hackers. Who are the white hackers? All those people that does that are called hackers, right? They are called hackers. So, of course, what we'll be teaching here is called ethical hacking. So, let me give you a breakdown of those people. I said all those people that does that are called what? Hackers. We now have 3 different types of hackers. 3 different types. We have the white hackers. Who are the white hackers? The white hackers are the people that attempt to break. They don't have the intention. They don't have the intention to break into a company's hardware, software, networking. They don't have a malicious act. What do I mean by malicious act? A bad intention. They don't have a bad intention to break. What they do is they work with you. Maybe you employ me. I work with you. I try as much as possible to check for loopholes in your network, in your internet. Okay, build your website. I will test it. There's something we call penetration testing, pen tester. They are called pen tester. They are heavily paid in the UK, especially in the UK at this moment. That is what is driving now. And data science and data analysis. Those 2 things are what is driving right now. So what they do is, as a white hacker you employ me, what I do is I test your website. I check for security loopholes, vulnerabilities. And from there, I tell you what to do, what not to do, how to go about those things. So as a white hacker, I don't have a malicious intent to break into your network or to break into your service. But of course, I have those knowledge, but it's basically about my what? Intention. So and whereas white hacker are called ethical hacking. They are called that particular process is called an ethical hacking. From that word ethical. Do you understand? So it means you follow the rules. There are rules in this particular thing. Very, if you do it the wrong way, you'll be caught up and you'll be in jail. If you break through any company's rule, or even as a white hacker, you need to get permission from the company before you can break into their system, their network, their website, their anything you want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's a white hacker. The next one is called a black hacker. Black hacker. Black hackers are those ones that once you build a website, you just see something of that displayed on your system. The black thing, I think they learned in the last election. INEC website was hacked, right? And they saw black things, blah, 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 and they put their name, their number, and tell them, really want to contact this email address or contact this phone number. Those guys are called black hackers. They have malicious intent to break into your app, to your system. There are ways to break into those systems, right? So once they break into those systems, they have a malicious. So what they do is they just remove on the website that there is something we call an index file. The index file is the one that you see basically on the page, right? They will just go into that index file, type whatever they want to type in it, and what they type is what I will show it on the screen, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So they will tell you to act into this particular system. So kindly contact us, and of course they will demand some ransom. And that is the most simplest way of hacking. That's one of the simplest ways. And those are doing that are still, I'm sorry, I'm not even here. We have people here. They are still, those doing that are still small hackers. So you can easily get them, fish them out, and flush them. Yes, you can easily get them, fish them out, flush them away. They are still minor guys. Okay, these are things that you can easily correct immediately. And if you are, of course, if you are into this particular system, those guys will never have access to your internet. They will have access to your network. They will have access to your website. Do you understand? So the next one, the third person, is called a gray hacker. A gray hacker. What do I call it? Gray hacker. If you mix white and black together, what do you have? So you can now tell me the meaning of gray hacker. Who? Are you? Let's try. Okay. You can try again. I need someone to try. I don't want to try at the moment. Let me give you someone else. Thank you. Sorry, sir. I'll come back to you.
This is the one that takes absolute control of the website.
Take absolute control of the website. Okay, fine.
They are passive.
Yeah, what?
They are passive.
They are passive. Okay.
They are good intention and bad intention. They can do all good. They can be involved in good works and they can be involved in bad works.
Okay, fine. The best hackers are the gray hackers. So it's always very good to have a gray hacker in your environment as a company. How do I mean? So it means that for you to have a gray hacker in your company, it shows that you have an hacker. So anytime you build a particular software or a solution or a network, you understand? Anytime you have that particular thing, you have that guy to come and test it as a penetration tester. What he does, basically, you thinking exactly like a black hacker to test. No, as a white hacker, what I will do is follow the normal process. What are those normal things you should have in place on your network, right? So that's what I will do as a white hacker. I will tell you, okay, place this, put this, put this. Okay, put this. These are vulnerabilities I've checked. Okay, these are things I've seen. These are loopholes I've seen. You understand? So place this, place this, place this. But if I'm going to act as a gray hacker at that moment, when I'm testing, I will be testing as a what? As a black hacker. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I'll be testing as a black hacker, which is all those things those black hackers want to come and do. I will want to infuse it on the network. You understand? I will infuse those things on the network, on the internet, on everything, beyond testing all these things. I would just like, all these things are done writing scripts. And that's why sometimes you see people writing Python scripts. You understand? All these things are done. This is what? Writing scripts, looping on rails and lines. These are things these guys use. So if you really want to understand those things, these are things you will do, you will learn. So once you learn those, when you do those things, and you put those scripts on those networks, you understand? And you see the repercussion. So you can tell them these are things that are not in use. Because you infuse those things, you can easily remove them, right? And place them back. And tell them these are things you need to put. At the end of the day, most gray hackers don't work for companies. They are always freelancers. Do you understand? They are always what? Freelancers. So they always be on their own. Come to you, tell you these are things you need to do. So once you tell them, once they fuse those things into those networks, because they already know you can easily pick them and tell them, oh, if you really want me to give you the solution to all these things, this is my amount. Of course, they like that because compared to someone they don't know, that we infuse those things, and the person will ask for double the amount, or even triple the amount of what you'll be asking them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's just basic difference. What they do is they don't want people, right? They have good intention. How do I mean good intention? They want to provide solutions to you. But how do they provide solutions? They will first of all what? Attack. Are you getting it? They want to expose you. Okay, do you understand? They want to expose you. Attack one, at the end of the day, they did what? Solution, and everything will be what? Fine. Those are the three different types of what? Hackers that we're talking about. So at the end of the day, of course, the next thing we're talking about is what do you mean by cyber attack? What do you mean by cyber attack? So once you have a cyber attack, like if there is a cyber attack on your network, especially, okay, let's assume Google, everybody needs Google, right? there is a cyber attack on Google. What will happen to the world? What will happen to the world? Just imagine what will happen to the world. I don't want to use Nigeria now because it's happened. In the recent statistics in Nigeria is the 5th most leaked data country in the world. 5th most leaked data country in the world. So if you need anything, that was why I said, if I need anything, I can't come to it. If you tell me you have a data of Burundi, I won't believe you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will tell you how to get those data. Because I'm sure many of those data you have will be manipulated, they are manipulated data. But if I go to Germany, the German tells me he has a data of Burundi, I will believe the person. Because he will tell me where he got it. Of course, he won't tell me directly where he got it, but I know he got it somewhere that is very, 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 very certain. I'm 100% sure that the data is very good. Do you understand what I'm saying? How? Sometimes through our things, they will just send us a particular name. None of us do that. They tell us the link, we fill our form, we fill everything, we fill your age, your area, your phone number, blah, 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 you just submit. Don't know anything. That person will get your data and to fill your data, and using your data to cash out. There was a particular time, one guy, I forgot to be a particular name on that website, he sent all emails to everybody that wants a job. Everybody were filling those things. You always see that time, it was 2 or 3 years ago. You always see that mail in your box. I forgot to be on that website. But because I have that, if I see your email, if I see the email, before I can open your email, I will check that where I check my email. If I see the email address does not correspond to what it should be or how it should be, I won't open that email. Because the only thing they need to do is, especially for ransomware, is once you click it, you are done. And that's how they got those in the US. Especially till today, US government still pay heavily for hacking, for cyber attack. FBI pay more. Nigeria even pay double, but they won't tell us. Yes, they won't. But because what is happening, especially those in NMPC, I was doing a research about NMPC data, and I discovered that they have the most leaked data in the world. Because from this offshore to those people in the office, they will send data. And if in between those periods, you can switch through, you can stop it. That's why sometimes your OTP is not secure. So yeah. But of course, because many of us, I still use OTP, SMS OTP, I use it. But because I know you want to have come and have me. Do you understand? But people will not listen to you. I know of this guy that owns Andela, started Andela, I forgot his name. He was saying something, he said the day he stopped using SMS alert, SMS OTP, was the day they took him of 40 million naira. How do I get 40 million naira? Do you know how it is? Once you initiate a transaction, right? They will send an OTP. Once you initiate that transaction, you already open up a particular system. You open up your vulnerability. Just like you go about to ship it. You open once you initiate the transaction, you about to tell you to ship it. But of course, the way the banks and everybody say guide you is they send you an OTP, they send you an email, click on the become. So once you ship it, that OTP, that code, anybody that wants to type that code will be able to type the code except you, because you have the new code. So what the hackers now do is they can fish, they can snoop through, they can stop that thing. They might not easily stop, but they can see it before it gets to you. You know, it's a net, it's just like something walking through the spirit, right? So once they understand your network, they know your network you are using background. When I mean network, I don't mean NTM, I don't mean Glow. Yeah, once they understand the network you are using, you understand? And they can sleep to see that number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, fine. They will just type in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, check it on, and they do whatever they want to do before you even get to you. And as some people say, that thing is slower. That's SMS so they said it's slower compared to all that security gadget, that security tips you need to put in place. That's why some people, especially those using corporate account and like, Even apart from the OTP, they don't use SMS OTP. They now have an app that we want to generate the OTP. I am using a particular app. I don't want to use that opportunity to promote them. They send me, I will download their M-Token app. So once I initiate my transaction, I go back to my app and I put my own password. Then they will give me an instant OTP. You understand what I'm saying? They give me an instant OTP. Not that they will send it to you. I will see that OTP on my app. So I use that thing to do. And that was where they were able to correct that gap. Of course, to obtain many of us, we are saying, why is this slow? And if I initiate that transaction now, I see it almost immediately. No, those guys are working in milliseconds, not microseconds now. Not microseconds, they're working in nanoseconds. That's why they will tell you some systems are slow, some phones are slow, not because they might not be slow to you. But of course, as a developer, or as a software engineer, or as an hacker, they will tell you this thing is slow. Why will I be waiting for 3 seconds or something to come in? Why will I be waiting for 1 second? I should not wait. They test it, they will tell you this is in 10 nanoseconds. How do they get it? Why? Anything above 3 milliseconds is slow. They will tell you that. How? But to an average man, 1 second, even 5 minutes, if you are downloading something out of 3 GB, about 3 hours, they want to go 3 hours, it will stop. But some people will tell you 3 GB, I should not use more than 5 minutes to download 3 GB worth of something. Yeah, 3 minutes is too much for some people. How they will tell you they need something that will download 15 megabytes per second. I don't think we have it in Nigeria, isn't it? These are things that they need to do. And going back to cyber security, these are cyber. You can imagine if Google now is being attacked, the whole world is shut down. When the whole world is shut down, in terms of economic value, Google will be down. They will lose money. There will be more of unemployment rates, right? A lot of things will happen, even not as a company, but to the world, even as an individual. You can imagine when Nigeria shut down Twitter, a lot of people using Twitter to meet were down too. So that is the exact thing that will happen. So even as a software developer, as everybody who wants to do in the company, if you don't put security first, of course, you might not last. Especially if you are able to be a unicorn company. What do I mean by unicorn? $1 billion company. A unicorn, like a big company. We have so many unicorns in Nigeria. We have more than 10 now in Nigeria. For example, we have the Paystar, we have the Andela, and we have Portaway. Those are unicorns. So at that moment, those guys, amount they will be paying as regards cyber security very high. Very, very, very high. Because they can't just play with people's data. They can't play with people's data at that stage. So when we talk about cyber attacks and the importance and why they need to secure our data. So I need to tell you what are the types of cyber attacks. So the first one I'll be talking is phishing. Have you heard about the word phishing before? Phishing. Phishing, not F-I-S. So now this one is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. So at this moment, sometimes what I say phishing is basically, I'll just tell us most times, those links they send to us via our email or SMS. Many of those emails are just phishing emails. So those emails, when you click on those links, they tell you to enter your sensitive data. So your name, like what I said earlier, your name, your data, your blah, 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 and the like. You understand? So basically, once you do that, they use that to get your data. And these are things these guys use these days. So once you put in your data, you put in your BBN number, you put in your blah, blah, blah. So most times, that just give you see. Don't put in your sensitive data on the website that is not secure. First thing you need to check is this website secure. Okay, who are those people? Who are these guys asking me to put in my BBN number? Why would they need my BBN number? The if you want to send me money, you don't need a video to send me money now. Right? So if you need to, sometimes some people need to give me a number for verification purposes. So the first thing you need to do is, why do they need my VPN? And is this website secure? Once it's secure, yeah, put in whatever you want to put in. And no reason why you need to do all these things. Very important. So another one I need to tell us is sniffing and spoofing. Sniffing and spoofing. Sniffing. SINFNING. And spoofing. SPOOFing. So for this, for sniffing and spoofing, let me just teach you, let me just give you an overview. Most times, they are using a website, always use HTTPS. That's hypertext, hypertext and protocol security secure. Hypertext and protocol secure to enter your website. So you don't need HTTPS, whatever you want. That website is not going to be website. Right? That is very important. You should understand. Another thing, I'm talking about speaking and speaking. So you see a padlock on that URL page, that URL site, the padlock. Once you see a padlock there, site is secure. Another thing is always connect to a trusted Wi-Fi. Every one of us, free Wi-Fi. Please remember, if you are here, don't always jump on free Wi-Fi. Always make sure whatever Wi-Fi you are connecting to is secure. Please remember that. What you connect with my video and internet, what you connect to my internet, I have everything to check whatever you have in your phone. I have that liberty to check it. I will just connect it directly and I check it. And I will see whatever thing I want to see. So every one of us, I was like, Wi-Fi, please, let's go and connect to that Wi-Fi. Please, let's go down. Except if you know that internet you are using is secure. Very key. So, another type of cyber attack I was talking about is malware. I'm not telling you. Of course, there are many. So when we start, of course, we go into what this is deeper. Malware. Let me spell it. MALWARE. So a very good example of malware is all these antivirus that we have on our system. Like what the antivirus does is to protect the system from malware attack. Are you following? What the antivirus we have on our system does is to protect us from what? Malware attack. So a very good example of that is the antivirus that we installed on that. So we have a very good antivirus and it is constantly updated. Update is key when it comes to antivirus. We have an antivirus that we installed 6 years ago and yes, it's scanning, but it will scan the recent malware. Okay? Yeah. So we do that. So most times we should not install crack version of our application. Yeah, at this moment in Nigeria, that's what many of us Microsoft crack version. Crack version. Photoshop crack version. There is nothing if I'm to open your laptop, almost 90% of applications you have on your Windows laptop is a cracked version. Yes, you are laughing. So it shows that you are even sensitive to attack. Nigeria is insecure. We yourself know we are still insecure. So we can imagine. I'm not saying insecurity as regards insecurity as regards cyber attack. So it means that if you are running a business and an entrepreneur, and you are using that system to do that your business, it shows that your system is still even under attack. So any little thing, you can easily remove your money, remove your data, use your data to go and do whatever thing you want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Another thing basically is as regards the password or no password, we should always try as much as possible to be changing passwords. So if you use ABCD for Gmail, it should not be ABCD for Yahoo again. It should not be ABCD for my GT bank account. It should not be because once I know it's ABCD, forget, I will be using ABCD for all your account I know you have. And if I'm lucky enough, I know ABCD is working for us. Many of us, you know why we use it. We don't want to start racking our brains. I should now be racking what the person did I use for this one. But of course, Google or the internet has made it possible for us. You can just set a reminder. Even that thing is bad. It's still bad. Because if I have access to your Google Chrome account, I will just download your password for all your website. I will just check which one has bank, which one has okay, we just see the password straight up, and I will use your password. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to be security conscious. Do you understand? So you can see the reason why this thing is very important. You can see how the UK government is paying them as low as 50,000 per annum, 50,000 pounds per annum to more than 150,000 to 200,000 pounds per annum, depending on your level. I've got friends in the UK. Once they get it, they tell me, okay, let's do this thing because there is this certification they need to do. The simplest one is the CompTIA Security Plus. That's the simplest one. That's for ISO, I think ISO 12700, 2,700, blah 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 blah. That's the cost title basically. That's the simplest. And that one, you don't really need more of the technical aspect, but you need to understand the technical way. Everything technical, but it is more of the administrative. That's why I said, even this security thing we are talking about, there are two places. One is technical aspect, and the other one is the administrative aspect. The administrative aspect, they pay as high as 70,000 pounds per annum. Administrative, what you do is sit down on the system, make sure that they follow the rules and there are guidelines to these things. So once because before the government certified you, in the UK, in the US, the certified company, they give you a certification. Your network is security certified. I mean, your clinical is security certified. They will come and test it. So what they employ you for is to make sure that those rules are well taken care of. If there are new things, there are new rules, they need to go about it. So once they are testing and they see a vulnerability in their network, on the website or anything, they call a technical person. Can you imagine? But in Nigeria, you meet the front-end developer, you meet the back-end developer, you also meet the UI UX guy, you also meet the networking guy, you meet the one that will do security too, you meet the one that will do administrative. Then another thing again, you meet the one that will do, there's another one, DevOps engineering basically, for automation. So you also meet the one to do that one also. So you not be originally like you need to do everything. But you can imagine. So you employ without a visit for technical or for administrative. Even in both the way they are interviewing you and the way this guy is good at administrative aspect. So it's going to work at the desk, make sure that all the security things are well in place, blah 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 blah. So if there are vulnerability, you call on us, you call on the technical guy to come and meet for us. That's why it's easier for the coach to do a lot of things at the same time compared to us in Nigeria. where they will tell you to be the full stack developer. Whereas in most will tell you the front end developer. I have a friend that traveled. It's all right. See, when you said it's only CSS is writing. CSS, last one. I said last one because we are in Nigeria, but CSS is not last one. Do you understand what I'm saying? I said last one because we are in Nigeria. Because if you say you are good at CSS, an average Nigerian developer doesn't do that. So, but of course, it should be, you know that you know it to be core. So even for front-end developers, he said something. JavaScript is for front-end developer also. So if you know JavaScript to the core, do you understand? CSS, that guy traveled because of CSS alone. CSS. But for no company in Nigeria will employ him. Nobody. Because if you are saying, there was a particular interview I went for, and we were talking, and the other guy that came before me was saying, they were asking him about technical aspects of the back end, the networking, and that. And the guy just said, sir, I'm a front-end developer. What you want to do, a front-end developer can do it perfectly well. They were like, no, we need someone that will help them manage their back end to pick up. They were asking him that question. I'm like, okay, now, this thing is simple. Do you understand what I'm saying? You told them point blank. Obviously, you're telling me about cloud computing. I don't need cloud computing as a front-end developer. I'm just only better. I don't need it. What I need to do is develop whatever I want to develop, give it to the back-end guys. Go and be dealing with it. What we need to do is connect whatever you want to connect to. Make sure the database, make sure what users are using, they are putting into database. Make sure it connects to the front end. So where you want to load it, where you want to put it, I don't care. Of course, I can know that on my own. We can have a simulator where everybody works and upload maybe into the cloud. But I don't know. I don't want to know how you set it up. Your own is to give me the password, and I will be uploading whatever I want to upload inside the cloud. Do you understand? But as a backend developer or as a network administrator, these are things that you need to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we are different. There are different aspects of these things. Okay. So I stopped at malware, right? There's another thing I need to also check. Password attack. Yes. I said about password attack. Very key. Yeah, we talk about it. We start this thing very well. Hashing, we have to call what we call hashing, like write ABC to EF. If it's going to store inside the database, it's not going to be stored at this. It's not going to be stored at this ABC to EF. It's going to be stored at $1, $2, £4. You understand? Like if you change the ABC to something else, we have the SHA, SAH, we have MD5 category, depending on which one is most secured, which one are you using, which one is your company using. Because they have policies, companies also have policies, right? So we have different types. Do you understand what I'm saying? So as regards that, there are ways you need to do your password. Sometimes that's why they will tell you these days now, if your password is not more than 8, it won't accept it. If you don't have a capital letter, it won't accept it. If you don't have a number, it won't accept it. If you don't have a symbol, it won't accept it, right? All these things are done because it will make it difficult for bots to get your password. Even if you use a password that is common, now Google will tell you it is common. If you use a day of the week, Monday, will tell you no, Monday I can't accept Monday. You use Sunday, I can. Yes, now go and try it. I don't know, maybe because I'm using our Google versions out, but they will tell you you can't use it because of what they will compromise. Bots will do that, they will get it done for you. Do you understand? All these things are calculation, they are mathematics. Password guessing is mathematics. It's just like iteration. You are iterating over something. So that depends on the number of times you want to iterate. It's not that the password you use cannot be guessed. Get it right. I said there is nothing on the internet that is 100% secure. Not that the password that you use cannot be guessed, but the number of times, are you getting it? That the robot or that thing, that bot will guess it, will be very long. Sometimes it might take a month, it might take a year. That is why you observe that most banks, they will tell you they are upgrading. What are they upgrading? They are not upgrading anything. They are increasing their patch, their security patch, because they believe the one they did 2 months ago will last them for like 3 months. They now say they won't wait for that 3 months to expire. Like they feel the security they have this month. The best hacker will use 3 months to hack into it. Are you getting it? So 1.5 months. They will increase it again. Do you understand what I'm saying now? When it is 1 month plus, before we sleep on this, they will increase it again. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is how it's only the timing that it will be longer. Some password, some security takes a best hacker 4 months to act. They have this cybersecurity conference. What they do basically in those conferences, they bring out the best company, the best security. And we have the best hackers, they will act. And they will tell them, oh, this thing will take us 3 months to act. This thing last thing we can act to, we act when it take us 3 months. Something we can act to, we can make us 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. Are you getting what I'm saying? So these are things that I want us to understand. And another thing also is another one which I'm going to give you. I won't tell you anything about it. I'll just give you as the last thing. You should go and Google about it. Is man-individual attack. Man-individual attack. What is the meaning of man-individual attack? And another, the last one, and denial of service. Denial of service attack. What is the meaning? Man-individual. You can use this question. These things are interesting. They are normal words. Do you understand? What's the meaning of man-individual attack? Another one, what's the meaning of denial of service attack? Thank you. Let's go. Security comes first, and let's take security. Thank you very much.
Well, that is a beginner where if I don't stand by him, he will keep talking, and before you know it, the day is far gone. Well, all he has said is about cybersecurity. That field is too wide a field. So from the little we are saying, you must by now be picturing this field is really a wide field. Okay, I'm interested. And I think we can go this way, I can go this way, I can go this way. So whichever way you go is a way. And there is none that is not rewarding in all the manifestation of reward. We have a lot of challenges in our own environment, just like we have identified. Here now, I said it earlier, we want to take too many things. And if you meet somebody will tell me, who knows exam? Exam, what? How many of us know what? What? How many of us? I was called on to facilitate a group of professionals, and they asked me, what are you going to teach us? I said, I'm going to teach you what? What then? If they ask for what? More what? Okay, what did you do? And I get in, the first thing I brought up what, and then start writing codes. Using what? Formula. After about 15 minutes, the doctor just came out. Sir, before now, I used to think I know what, but now I accept that me more. Because we are shallow learners. Hey, go here. Shallow learners. We only pick an aspect and do it. The last holiday, we took some students and we started basics of programming and we used Scratch. And at the point, someone I had to know Scratch. I said, what do you know about Scratch? The next 6 months, I will still engage you in Scratch application. And I'll show some games using Scratch. And the guy was like, wow, this one is. I have been meeting people that say, I know Excel. I have not met anybody that can use 15% of the capacity of Excel. For Excel, I have not seen, I have not met anybody that can use 50% of what Excel can do. There are big companies in US and UK that are still using Excel for their auditing till date. To tell you how powerful it is. So, but since you just open the Excel and you are able to put in the cell, you know this is cell A1, and you can do auto-sum. You can, Excel. I can, if you come and say, I know it, I can use it. And that's why when you go to learn those things, they will say beginner, intermediate, advanced. So the best we could do is between beginner and intermediate. We are not even in the intermediate. Between beginner and intermediate. So those are the paradigms which we want to change. It's not how far, but how well. In reality, there is no way competition in the world. What will be for you cannot come to you. What is yours can never be mine. What is ours is not my own. So the basis of everything we are doing is the story of Ubuntu. The story of what? Ubuntu. Ubuntu is an operating system, just like Windows. But that's what we came about when an anthropologist came to the land development in South Africa. Now brought sweet, 10 of them, put it under a tree, and then invited these 10 children and told them the first person to get under that tree will take everything. And what they did amazed her. The 10 of them just stood side by side and they walked straight under the tree. And one of them packed the 10 sweet and shared it. He said, you are because I am. I am because you are. Meaning that without you, as he said, no man is an idol. We are together. You have something, you have your own strength. I have my strength. When we bring those things together, we become. But here, we don't know anything. And yet, I'm not going to and what you are even writing is not even, does not make sense. But the whites, they put all these things out. If it is knowledge, you can, the volume of information outside there about knowledge is enough for you to make your life. If it is knowledge you want to, it is available. In fact, the field of software development, because of this open source, the field of open source, this software, some people sat down to write the application, and then they will now leave it for you to use without collecting anything. One of such applications is WordPress. WordPress is a CMS that we use to develop websites. It powers over 40% of websites on the internet. But the source code of that is available for you to download without paying a dime to anybody. And they have a large community. Same thing, trooper. I am a trooperist. The University of Ibadan website is developed on trooper. And we've had about 4 or 5 developments. Since we've been using trooper for more than 10 years, we have not paid anybody anything. And when you estimate, when we finish the project, they will estimate the site and say this site is over 1.2 million, over 1.4 million. And more than 90% of the resources we use, we get them free. It means that even for me, I cannot estimate how much I have paid from open source. Millions. That can cost that way. If you need 10 websites before the close of today, you develop 10 websites for you. It's the same website. If I want to pay for any plugin, maybe that plugin is too, you understand? And I want to buy $50, $70. So the field is so wide, such that anywhere you stay is enough for you to become a giant. And that's the message we are giving you. You're only opening your eyes to the different fields and to let you know that there is a lot of opportunities in that field. Some of our parents don't know. Even some of us don't know. And now that you are knowing, you should know that the path, as lucrative as it is, you cannot start making anything if you don't sit down to acquire the skill. The skill set is number one, is the foundation. Today we are talking people are making some thousands of dollars, $3,000, $7,000. In fact, about two months ago, I was in a seminar, I was participating in a seminar. Somebody came to meet me that I want to learn this thing. That one of his friends just got a job of about $7,000. Then this one will say, "Is my friend, I know him." When you saw the yellow coast, okay. So, what was the job for $7,000? You know, when you started, we were together. And he started about last year. So when he started, you cannot sacrifice your own time there. You believe that that's what you have been doing. And somebody invested, said they paid about $200,000 to play DevOps. He mentioned DevOps. It's another field that is owned. That you combine development and operations. So as a DevOps, there are a lot of things you must have. You must know how to code. You must know a lot of cloud computing tools. So many things that before you are a DevOps, you do certifications. If you now finish that, somebody now says you are earning $7,000. Because all those things are not easy. It's not for lazy man. If you know you are not ready to learn, you cannot make that cover. What's space ready? Even in Nigeria, nobody is willing to employ you and start actually learning. They will list tasks which you must fulfill. And if you are not able to fulfill those tasks, what will happen? Excused. They will put you out. That's why we are saying that the starting point for us is when you see this opportunity. We are here to guide you. That look, for anything you want to do in the field of IT, the foundation is for you to know the basics. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That is the foundation. Whatever is where you are going, you must have that solid foundation. Once you have that solid foundation, then you can now start going into, okay, I want to go into data science. And because the era we have now, we put in data on a daily basis. You go to Facebook, what do you see there? Email and phone number. You just go there, give them your data. Millions of people, as we speak, we have billions on Facebook. So we are now talking about information that is so heavy, and that's why we are talking about data analysis. Big data. Because the volume of data we are now talking is not small data. In fact, they are not data that exempt amount. No. Because we are choking out billions of data. So we need specialists and people use those data to train. When you talk about machine learning, robotics, is this data that they use to train machines? Machines are not just doing anything. They are going to pass through the process of training. They need data. As I said, if you need data about Nigeria, you will get the data of Nigeria in the US. We want to talk about robotics. Robotics cannot do much without data and code to make it do. So you see that most of these things, there are interfaces. And on the joint development, yes, start with a step, with the right introduction. So the moment you decide, okay, for me now, I want to start. We are now going to take you through how to start. What are those things we need? Where we start picking up the next level. Any question? Are we tired? Are we tired? Let's have some 5 minutes.
Thank you very much for the lecture you are giving us. Very, very beneficial. I think one of the beneficial in this lecture. Now, what I want to ask is, how does this bank fraudsters get access to our data? And when we still have, does it mean that the bankers who uses the cyber attack does not have security applications to stop this?
Thank you, sir. Well, as you said, the security in the country is so minimal. Even all the banks, if the hackers face our banks, really, in real time, they are gone. Because we don't take security the way we ought to take them. In fact, we have some of those bankers that will connive with thieves to cause us harms. So, most of what we do, like you said, most of them, not very deep in a shallow way, and with that, we are not investing much in security. And that's why the issue of security, you have to take a step yourself. I have to take it myself. So there are a lot of security tips, which one of it is what we just gave out now. You have to make sure you are safe. It's your own responsibility. Put, some security measures in your devices. Your laptop should not be the one that's just open. You have to put some password. Your phone, your SIM. You understand? And then when you start going online, there are some security tips which you must learn. Some of which we said, you don't just click any link, any mail that is coming in that you don't know the sender. Ignore it or you delete it. Because the moment you click on a link, that's all you need to do in some cases. You are in for it. The malware, the ransomware, everything, because you don't it, you are in trouble. So I'm going to give us like 5 minutes. Thereafter, we move to the concluding part of the seminar. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.